Shields up, Iron Breakers. Rurikhan here coming at you with another video. Welcome back to Monster Hunter World. Today I'm here to tell you guys about the upcoming Winter Festival, which is happening later this week. In a way, this is almost a reminder because I know that a lot of people right now, particularly on the console side of things, are probably on a holding pattern, waiting for more content drops for Monster Hunter World because we've had our enjoyment with the existing content. Probably we've farmed it into exhaustion, or at least I know that I have for the most part. And now we're just kind of waiting for what's coming next. And in the meantime, with these seasonal events, at the very least, if there was an event that you guys missed out on, as you know, during the seasonal events, all the events come back. So that gives you an opportunity to go ahead and tackle away at some of that stuff. Now, this particular event starts on Thursday, and the hour at which it starts depends on your time zone. So in Europe, it is going to be at midnight on Thursday night. So technically speaking, it is Friday. And in the US, it is going to be 4 p.m. of Thursday. I mean, I'm talking about LA times again. The time zone fluctuates. I will have a link to the official event schedule in the comment section below, so you guys can go check out with the specific time that it comes. And you can also see every single event that is coming back, as well as the rewards. They've actually updated these calendars to be pretty good. So, you know, I'm not going to be going over all of the events for the consoles because I think you guys probably know most of these events because I've done coverage on every single event that has come out to date. However, I will also be going over the events that are going to be available on the PC side of things. And there I will be a little bit more detailed because I never covered events for the PC side of things. So, in a way, it's a bit of a catch-up. So, let's have a look at some of the new events that are going to be available for the console side of things, starting off. And the very first one is Timberland Treblemakers. And this is an event where you will have to face off against two Andronats. Don't worry though, it's a low rank, so it should be fairly easy, particularly if you farmed out a lot of high rank gear and whatnot. Should be a really easy quest. And this is going to give you a special bristly hammer. So probably you're going to get a couple of tickets. Those tickets will allow you to craft a unique hammer that we haven't seen before. Most likely this hammer has already been leaked, as everything else tends to leak ahead of time. Personally, I don't really look at those leaks because I still enjoy this game a lot and I want to be surprised by the next content that they give us. So any fresh bit of content, I definitely don't want to get it spoiled for me. So I will be seeing this day one. I'll be live streaming this over on Twitch. Hopefully you guys will give me a follow there. Hopefully you guys will join in on the fun. We'll probably be doing some hunts on at least the new events and maybe some of the old events. Maybe I can be persuaded to throw my face against Extreme Behemoth if people really ask me hard, but I would rather not. I've done that and I would rather not do it again, but I'll do it for you guys if you guys really want to, but I really would rather not. Anyway, Timberland Treblemakers is one of the new events. And then we also have King's No Fear, which is going to be a quest that is going to give you special materials to get the sealed eye patch and Wiggler head layered armor. And it also gives you increased high rank materials, and the monsters that you're going to be fighting is a Rathalos and an Azure Rathalos. Due to the fact that this quest is 7 stars, it's probably going to be just high rank. They should not be tempered because usually tempered quests involve 9 stars. So therefore, if you actually need materials for Rathalos and Azure Rathalos, you might want to do this, particularly if you need those rubies, because, you know, a lot of times you want to augment your weapons, you need rubies. We always need rubies, so I'm assuming with the increased high rank materials, this is going to be a reasonable source for you to get those items, and also, you know, get the sealed eye patch and Wiggler head layered armor. Now, naturally, throughout the entirety of this event, you will also have the usual daily quests and daily tickets that you will want to complete as often as you possibly can. They're usually fairly easy. And as you complete those, most likely these will be used as some form of currency to craft the official event armor as well as the official event layered armor, at least if it's anything like the Halloween event, because these things have been evolving throughout the different events that have been available to us. And I think that their latest approach, which was the Halloween one, is the best way to do it. Basically, you get the tickets from the seasonal event, and those tickets enable you to craft the armor as well as the layered armor for that event, which makes a lot more sense than the way that they did. I think it was the spring event where we got the tickets on the next seasonal event or some next monster that they put out, and I was like, doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So this way is a much better way of doing it, in my personal opinion. Now, they also marked Like a Moth to Flame as a new quest. We've already talked about this. It's Arch-Tempered Xeno'jiiva. Not my favorite fight in the game by a long shot. I do really appreciate the treatment that they gave Arch-Tempered Zenrajiva and making him an Arch-Tempered Elder Dragon, probably one of the most original ones because he has the biggest upgrade to moveset, but ultimately the fight just feels incredibly cheap, so I don't really care that much about it. In terms of stuff for the Gathering Hub, doesn't seem like there's anything particularly new, so again, it's just stuff that if you haven't done before, you might want to chip away at it now. Moving onwards, let's take a look at the PC side of things because, you know, I've never really covered all of the events that are currently available on PC, so this is a good time for me to catch up. So if you're on PC, now is the time for you to figure out what events you want to chip away at. Not to mention that with the recent Cyber Monday and Black Friday deals, most likely a lot of people bought into Monster Hunter World, and now you're going to be getting all of these events. You guys are going to be wondering, what the hell, dude? What are all these events? Which ones should I be focusing on? So hopefully this video will help you out. So the very first one that they show you is a banquet in the Earthen Hall. Now, if you've never hunted Cold to Rot before, this is a monster. This is a bit of a different take on Monster Hunter quests and how they work. It is a raid quest. I have a full explanation video. I'll link it somewhere in the top right-hand section of this video so that you guys can go check it out with my tips as to how to best tackle this. There is also a build that I would recommend you use for this video. I'll link that up as well, so you guys can check that again on the top right-hand side of this video. I use a light bowgun on this because it's just the easiest thing to use, and also because I'm a little bit lazy. I don't feel like running after her with melee weapons. It just takes too long, and using a light bowgun just makes this hunt incredibly easy. But either way, this particular hunt requires a team. It requires you to take the quest from the Gathering Hub. So keep those things in mind. But essentially, this event gives you some of the best weapons. Also, the armor that you get from the materials of doing this event is also a really powerful armor. So I would highly recommend all PC users, if you've not done Cold to Rot before, this is the time to do it. Do Cold to Rot, craft the full Cold to Rot set, as well as get some of those weapons that you can get from this event, because a lot of them are the best weapons in the game. So keep that in mind, and good luck, basically, because there's so much RNG to get those weapons, and I'm not a big fan of the way that they've done it. So yeah, but still, you should do it because there's a lot of really good rewards for doing it. And it's also fun the first couple of times. The first 5 or so times, then it becomes a little bit boring. Moving onwards, the first event that we see here is a Rush of Blood. This is essentially an event that gives you tickets that enables you to craft a Mega Man armor set for your Palico. So if you're into Mega Man, this might be something that you want to do. It is only pretty much cosmetic. It is not super powerful, so it's completely up to you if you like Mega Man or not. Code Red, I would definitely advise you to do this event. I know that it's a little bit more challenging. The monsters in this event are always enraged, which could lead to some tough fights, but ultimately you get to craft Dante's set, which looks good. Some of the parts have some really good stats, and you can also craft Dante's Devil's Sword, which is quite unique in terms of appearance. Now, an important thing here is maybe you don't want to craft all of the items in this quest. At the very least, craft Dante's pants. Dante's pants, it's not the best looking thing in the game, but they are very good pants for the skills that they give. They give you +2 to weakness exploit, and they also come with 2 tier 1 slots, and I use Dante's pants on a lot of my sets, so I would advise you guys to, at the very least, do Code Red and get Dante's pants. Up at the Crack of Dawn, not an important event at all. I wouldn't even do it. Chew the Fat, would not do this event. Where Sun Meets Moon, this is mostly for a funny item that they've made, which looks like 2 things to clean dust, and they're dual blades. So if you want something like that, they also give you sleep. I think they're actually some of the best dual blades when it comes to the sleep debuff. So that might be something that you would consider, but usually I don't tend to use dual blades all that much, so it's completely up to you. Yaku with that is a quest that I don't tend to do all that often. Greeting the Gluttons is an important quest because you can get meal vouchers off of this quest. So if you need meal vouchers, which give you the guaranteed skill from the canteen, you might want to go ahead and do this quest. It is a pretty good quest, and it's also low rank, so it doesn't take you too long. You just go in there, beat the crap out of these 3 monsters, and get some meal vouchers. It is a useful quest to do. Flesh Cleave to Bone, don't care about that. Cairn the Myth, don't care about that. Wicked Wildspire Warfare, don't care about that. Poison Posse, don't care about that. And I know that a lot of these quests, I'm saying I don't care about these quests, is because from a meta standpoint, they don't really matter that much. But basically, if you need materials from any of the monsters that are present in these quests, you should do the event version, because most likely you will get increased rewards of some kind. So like if you need materials from low rank Rathalos and Rathian and Puke Puke, you might want to do the Poison Posse. If you need materials from I think it's a Diablos and something else, you might want to do Wicked Spire Wildfare. But usually from a meta standpoint, don't matter as much. Now this quest is the exact opposite of that. Every hunter's dream. Everyone should do this quest. Okay? And a lot of you guys are going to say, but why? Why is it so important, Rurokan? Because this is a very easy quest. It's a low-rank quest. You kill a Rathalos and a Paolumu, and you get the materials to craft the Wyvern Ignition Greatsword. And I know some of you guys are going to say, oh, Rurokan, I don't even use Greatsword. Yes, but this is the best Greatsword in the game. You do this event a couple of times, which is a super easy event, and you get enough materials to craft the best Greatsword in the game. So that if you ever feel like playing Greatsword, you already have the best Greatsword in the game, currently, at least. So, in my opinion, everyone should do this quest and get this sword and upgrade it to the final form. Just one man's opinion. It's completely up to you if you want to do it or not. I would highly advise you to complete every hunter's dream. Scrapping with the Shamos, not really important. Triple threat throwdown, I guess if you need Zenny, which is the currency of the game. If you need that, you might want to come into this quest, equip a Bandit Mantle, beat the crap out of every monster with the Bandit Mantle equipped, and pick up all the shinies, and you'll make a lot of gold that way. But ultimately, again, the grand scheme of things, not particularly important. Gaze Upon the Dawn if you need Zora Magdaros, because this is a quest that is not always available. If you need Zora Magdaros materials, you should definitely do this quest. If you don't need Zora Magdaros materials, then you don't need it. Wiggle Me This, not really important quest. Flash in the Pan, I do have one or two builds that use this item, which is the Shadow Shades Alpha. So I guess it can be important. It's not super important though, and there are better items out there. But, you know, when it comes to Shadow Shades, I kind of like having them, so maybe you want to do this quest. It's not too hard, it's just annoying because it's against 3 Tsitsiakus, and they repeatedly flash you, so I would advise you to take something that has a shield, so you can block that flash, and you don't have to worry about it, and just beat these guys. Craft the Shadow Shades, it might be useful for you later down the line. Midnight Mayhem. Now, they say that Midnight Mayhem just gives you high valuable, high rank ores to help you create armor, but I'm pretty sure that this is also the event that gives you the materials to craft that unique lance that looks like a standard. So if you want to have the lance that looks like a Shining Star standard, you might want to go ahead and do this particular event. At least I believe that this is the event that does that. I'm not 100% sure, to be completely honest. Egg Lovers United gives you a Kuluyaku head. I mean, not super important because I believe if it's not already available, I think it might actually already be available, but I'm not 100% sure. But if it's not already available as layered armor, it will eventually be available as layered armor, so it's not super important. Effluvial Opera, I mean, this is going to be events that are for Golden Crowns, which is whenever you hunt a monster that's, you know, a specific size, a little bit bigger than normal or a little bit smaller than normal, you might get a Golden Crown, and this is like a meta thing that people like to collect. Personally, I don't do that, so I don't care that much about these quests, but if you're into getting Golden Crowns monsters, then Effluvial Opera is going to be good. Wildspire Bolero, same thing. Coral Waltz, same thing. Rolling with the Uragan just kind of sucks, in my opinion. I wouldn't do that quest. Rock and Roll Recess, again, Golden Crown quest. This is how Revolt starts. Now, this one I'm going to do a little bit of a side note here. If you need Diablos or Black Diablos materials, this is a good quest to do because it gives you increased rewards. And why do I single out Diablos and Black Diablos materials? Because there are a lot of really powerful weapons and powerful armor pieces that require Diablos materials. So this, in my opinion, is a bit of a more important quest if you need Diablos materials at this time. Moving onwards, Deep Green Blues is another Golden Crown quest. A Royal Pain. I was surprised that you guys are already getting this, or that you guys got this, because we only got this in the consoles not so long ago, which is good. It means that they're catching up. But basically, the materials that you get from this quest allow you to get the Mosswine Mask and the Faux Feline layered armor. So you can basically have a pig mask or a cat mask in your face as layered armor, so you don't even need to be wearing anything specific. And you can just have your character look like a cat or a pig if you want that. So it's a pretty funny thing to do, so this one is pretty cool. I would do it. Then we got Snow and Cherry Blossoms. This is only important if you're looking to raise your hunter rank. if you need to raise your hunter rank significantly, this is definitely something that you want to do. It is a super easy quest to do. It is a tempered Legiana and a tempered Pink Rathian. You can beat these guys down fairly easily, and you get significant increases to your hunter rank. Then we have a simple task, which allows you to go and gather tracks in order to get tier 2 and tier 1 tempered quests. I don't really do these anymore since they've gave you the ability to get tempered quests from breaking monster parts. I get most of my investigations now from breaking monster parts. Same thing with tracking the delivery. The main difference is that here you can get tier 3 tempered quests, so it's not particularly important. Then you got Relish the Moment, which is you fight the Tempered Devil Joe. Now in Tempered Devil Joe, you get additional chances of Stream Stones, so if you're still farming for Stream Stones, this is a good quest to do. It is fairly challenging though, so be warned. Then you also got A Nose for an Eye, which is again another hunter rank quest. In my opinion, if you're looking to raise your hunter rank quest, you want to go with Snow Cherry Blossoms because it's a lot easier than A Nose for an Eye, at least in my opinion, but to each his own. Keeper of the Otherworld, if you need specific Xeno'jiva materials, you can get them from Keeper of the Otherworld. I'm actually going to be doing this so that I can craft the Arch-Tempered Xeno'jiva set on the console side of things. Then we also have the Throne Taker. This is more of a challenge type thing. If you feel like challenging yourself, the rewards, to be honest, I don't think they justify the effort. Like, you're better off killing Tempered Devil Joe, because this quest is a little bit more challenging than Tempered Devil Joe. But ultimately, if you want to do this, you should, because it is a challenging quest and it is fun. And finally, we have a Whisper of White Mane, which I was not aware that you guys already had Arch-Tempered Kieran. I don't know if this is the first time that he's coming around, but either way, you should definitely beat his face in, because there are some pieces of his armor that you might be able to use on certain sets. And also you get the Blossom Layered Armor, which is something that you might like. So this is a quest that you will want to farm most likely. And I have a build that I would recommend you guys to try out for this quest. It involves Gun Lance, but don't worry, it is super simple. It is just like shoot, reload, super simple. So it's like circle, circle, hold R2 and circle, and you can just spam that the whole quest and get it done. Super easy, not hard at all. And again, there's going to be a link on the top right-hand side of this video suggesting you to that build that I used, which makes this quest considerably easier. Moving onwards, when it comes to challenge quests, these you need to pick up from the Gathering Hub. You got Best Point Infestation. This allows you to craft, I think it's the Spring Blossom set, not entirely sure. And then you got a couple of challenges here. The most important one, in my opinion, is Gajalaka Outbreak, because it enables you to craft the Gajalaka set for your Palico, and I love the Gajalaka mask on my Palico. I think it looks amazing. And it also gives you the Butterfly Layered Armor if that's something that you're into. And there you go. That's pretty much a sum of all of the events that are going to be available on the PC if you haven't done them yet, and if you've never done events on the PC side of things. Hopefully this helps you guys out. As per usual, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit it up with a like, subscribe, hit the notifications icon. All the comments and feedback in the comment section below. And also, if you have any questions, because maybe you're new to the game or something like that, leave it in the comments. I check all of my comments on a regular basis, as well as a lot of other Iron Breakers are constantly in the comment section, helping out newcomers to Monster Hunter World. Thank you all very much for watching. Here's 2 video suggestions that you guys might enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one.